Well, hello, Desert Hot Springs. How awesome is this? How awesome is this? I had this image up here, but because the camera I'm using is backwards, I hope you can still read it. It says victory. I am going to first off, after I tell you this word victory, I'm going to tell you that the consequences of what happened last night for everybody. Okay? Not exactly great for everyone. Right? Because the people that were displaced by what happened last night and this morning on Grenada in Desert Hot Springs, it's not good for them. I want to point that out first. As a result of the video that I made last evening around 6:30 p.m., this is what came about of it. Now, what I'm also going to talk about is I'm also going to say, and I'm going to watch to see if anybody else comes on here. I've got a couple viewers. So what I'm going to lead off on a lot of these things with is that there are bad things that happen as a result of doing this kind of work. Okay, and I want to point those out very early on, because I think I know what is going to be done and used as a tool against what I'm doing, which is that I'm calling victory over people being displaced. You know, when something is tragic in somebody's life and they have the choice to get out of that tragic situation is one thing. The second thing is they're trespassing on someone else's private property. And the third thing is what looked like in the video they were doing drugs right out in the open in public on someone else's private property. Okay? Bad things have to happen to possibly clean those people's lives up. Okay? I don't like to see what happened to that young lady that I interviewed last night. I don't like to see what I recorded today going on, because this morning I went downtown and I saw, this is a picture that was sent to me or put on Facebook by somebody who's also participating in what's going on. And I'm going to pull up what I shot this morning. There was a crew there putting that fence up. This is a screenshot from my phone. I recorded the video, but I haven't uploaded it yet. And I know I'm all over the place, but I'm going to pull it all together pretty soon. I don't want to say that the fence going up across that property line this morning and all day today until it's finished. It's done tonight. I took a picture. Actually, that picture I was showing you earlier was mine. Took that tonight on the way home. I'm not going to say that what happened this morning on that property, with the cleaning out of it, the stripping of people, the tearing down of the camp, was my doing. I don't want to say that. It very well could have been that this date was planned for them to put that fence up. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to focus on the marginal issues that are involved now. What are the people going to do that were moved from that camp this morning? They're going to scatter into other parts of the city and take up camp somewhere else. That's a consequence of that property being stripped out of those people, of those occupiers. That's going to happen. Here's the thing that leads me to believe that the video that I shot yesterday directly caused the fence to go up today. Here's the reason. Because when I went by there today, if you look at this truck right here, this is Desert Hot Springs code compliance. Now, when I showed up today to see the work being done there, because my jaw dropped. Last night's video went, I would call it micro-viral in our city. Okay, and thank you to the people that shared it and the people that pushed it out, because this is going to take a community to do this kind of work. Okay, everybody has to do some work. It's the opposite of socialism and communism, where one person does all the work and all the other ones tell the one to go back to work and do all the work. This is everybody pitching in to get some results. And this morning we had a victory. This tells me that what I think happened, and I could be wrong, but what I'm going to tell you I think happened was this video got to the right people, and they got a black eye because of it. I think that the city saw this video and they had to do something, because it shot up in numbers very quickly. It's stalled out now, which is fine, because it got something done, in my mind. I think the video did it. And again, the reason why is because code compliance was there this morning. So what I think happened was the city got a hold of the owner, or the owner got the video, and the city told them, you got to put up a fence. You got to do something about this. Code compliance is not coincidence. The code, and you'll see in the video that I'll post later, it's not a coincidence. The code compliance pulled up when I was there. The truck is parked right in front of the ARCO AMPM on Granada. Just down from the, this is right here, is over here is where the fence went up. I think that it was too much. They had to do something about it. Because the reason I think that the city was involved was because you have to get permits to do these kinds of things. And I know that there's one rule in the city that says that you have to have metal fences. So the owner did it the right way in that way. But for there to be no permit process, it was immediate. He put it up. If the code compliance never showed up, I wouldn't be saying this, because it could have been a coincidence. The fence went up just on the set, happened to be the next day. But you'll see when I post this video later on to my pages or to my website, you'll see that I got the guy who was putting the fence up to tell me. I asked him the question. I said, did the owner of the property call you this morning and tell you you got to go put the fence up? And he said yes. Pretty good news. So the marginal things that are going to be as a result of this activism and this pushing for change in the city that's meaningful, that's going to make a difference, is going to have unintended consequences. It's going to have consequences around the issue that's put forth and pushed forward. And I'll talk about a few of those things tonight. Like, where are these people going to go now? Whose backyard are they going to sit in now? Now that that is off limits. And is it really off limits? Because the lot that we're talking about has an opening in the back corner where it's accessible to that lot again. So will they be able to get back onto that lot now that it's just fenced off on one end? Or will they go and find some other vacant lot to live in? These are questions that I have now, because something caused them to scatter now that they have been moved. And by the way, when I talked to the gentleman who was putting the fence up this morning, he's an employee there at the ARCO AMPM. Some of you may have even given him your money to buy gas at times. Nice guy. I've seen him many times inside the store. So he works for the owner of the property. Turns out that the owner of that ARCO AMPM owns that lot. So we're going to take for a moment and ask questions like, is it possible that that owner of that lot didn't know that those people were camping on that lot? I don't know if that's true. I don't know how that'd be possible. So if my video yesterday caused him to find out about it, I'd find that hard to believe. It's pretty visible. But makes you move to the next question then. The next question is, because he's an Indian, I believe he's from India, He's a gentleman that wears, you know, the not, I don't even know if it's a turban. I don't think it's a turban, but it's one of those towels that goes around their hair. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen the owner there. I've seen him in the store a few times, bringing supplies in. That man is actually in this picture right here. I know it's very hard to see, but he's standing right there. He's got a gray shirt on, black pants, and the red turban on his head. What he was doing was he was clearing the property that he owns. That's his property. So that where my mind goes to next is, because he's a gentleman from carrying his culture from another country, and it's okay to talk about this. I'm going to tell you right out now, right up front, it's okay to talk about these things. If he's from India or some neighboring country like that, there is a lot of squalor type of living in those countries by people who live in those areas. Is what was going on his property in the back, which, by the way, he has long-term plans to put a car wash in there. Okay, that was what the gentleman told me, and when I post the video, you'll be able to hear it. That's supposed to be a car wash someday behind his gas station. So is the encampment lifestyle that was going on behind his store, is that something that he accepted because that's something that he sees when he goes back home, or he knows of from when he was a child, or he hears about from his family back there? I'm sure he's got family back there. So that's the first group of people that seemed to me to be accepting of that kind of camp lifestyle, where, you know, the poor, the down and out, just sit around on buckets all day, right around his property. So the question was he blinded by his knowledge of other people living like that from his home country, or from where most of his family is? Was he blinded by that, and he just didn't really notice and looked the other way until a video was made that embarrassed the city? Because I think that's what happened. The other group that's involved was the people sitting in that camp. I think it's safe to say that they were semi-Hispanic looking. And I think we all know that there are pockets of Mexico and south of the border that are like that. I mean, I took my kids to Tijuana once to show them how good they have it here. We walked across the border, spent a couple hours there, and we walked back. And it was pretty surprising to them. But you can see this kind of life. You're starting to see it in this country all over the place. San Francisco's got a big article out about it. So is that lifestyle so acceptable that they weren't even noticing? They were just doing it. It was just what they do every day. And the owner of the property, because I'm sure he's seen that lifestyle in the country that he's from. I mean, they live in tin shacks, you know, rusted roof shanties. So was his experiences making him numb to what was going on behind his property? We'll probably never know, but something changed today because of that video last night. And that's apparent. That's obvious. So there being code compliance that was there that morning, driving by, and he was putting the fence up. That gives it away to me. And I'm sure that if I'm right, they wouldn't tell me I'm right. And I'm sure that if I'm right and I asked them, they'd probably say you're not right. So I'm not speculating much after seeing the code compliance there. But this is the lot. This should encourage many other people. Let's use this momentum. Let's go for it. Let's do more of this, because I know where a lot more of them are. So let's just put it that way. And as I drove up Palm tonight on the way home, I took a trip up through Pearson and down by the AA Alcoholics Anonymous area. There seemed to be a lot of homeless people around. Now that kind of shockwave of closing that camp down, that can send a tremor through that community, and they can all kind of be a little bit, shocked by that move that was done. I've said it many times. Most people are self-serving. They look for what's going to suit them and aid them the most. So when they hear their camp is closed down, the first thing they're going to think is my camp going to get closed down? Where am I going to go if mine gets closed? Who's doing this? Do they own my area, my camp area? So it just seemed to be a little different energy when I took a little ride through town on the way home tonight. So again, this is very sad for the people who had to be relocated out of that camp. At the same time, your clock is ticking when you're living like that, and I do not like to think that people were uprooted, and I'm getting out ahead of people saying that I was happy that people were uprooted, because that is not what I'm happy about. What I'm happy about is that something got done due to an average, ordinary citizen just doing something. That's all it was, with the big help of other people. I hope you are encouraged by this, because this is a victory for the First Amendment. It's a victory for our city. And because I've told you many times, I am interested in fixing this city. And because I didn't get elected mayor in 2018, it didn't stop me at all. In fact, I'm probably more productive not being part of City Hall. So, I'm not going to stop. And I'll take a moment and talk about why I'm live on Facebook. That's because, let's just say, I want to see if I can find something here. I love this here. That I'm going to brag about. That I'm going to really brag about. Because as I told a good supporter of mine tonight, I don't know if you can see this. It's backwards. The Empire Strikes Back. So I'm fully aware that the closer I get to more productive solutions that I'm gonna push for in this city, because I'm not even getting going yet, really. The closer I get to that, you're gonna find out that the people who are, shall I say, close to the ones running the city, they do not want these solutions. So as I come forward with solutions, they're going to be there to block me, to aid others in getting in my way. And it's going to show you that the most productivity I will have will bring them empire out even harder against me. They don't want these solutions. They want this menacing filth to go on. And I'm not calling the people filth. I'm calling the urinating all over people's private lots, the mess that comes along with it. They are going to push back heavy on me, and I'm ready for it. And the reason I'm on YouTube Live tonight, which was suggested by a supporter, and thank you for that, was because I posted a picture of who I'm going to call. I'm going to start calling Smiling, what did I call it? Smiling Play Clock. Okay, Smiling Play Clock is who I'm talking about now. I'm talking about Smiling Play Clock. So I put on a picture on my Facebook page of what was going to be a show about Smiling Play Clock. And Smiling Play Clock, or one of his adversaries, or not one of his associates, sent it to Facebook and said it violated community standards. I'm smiling. This is so great. So I got a little notification saying that violated community standards. It's okay. You know what I can do? I can post it in the comments section of every single post I put up. The main one was taken down, but I got the copy, and I can put it on comments anywhere I want. So Smile and Play Clock. You may see that Smile and Play Clock face again. Okay. What else did Smile and Play Clock or his associates do? The video of me doing my show with the football jersey on, he turned that into Facebook, saying it violated community standards. And Smile and Play Clock got the video taken down, but it's on YouTube. I can post it in the comments. Besides, people were done watching it. People had seen it. So the Empire can strike back all at once. You're too late. And what I'm going to talk about Smile and Play Clock is this, okay? Smile and Play Clock loves the attention. And that's what Smile and Play Clock does. He wants it to be about him. He wants everybody to be watching Smile and Play Clock, talking about Smile and Play Clock. Okay? He wants that. He likes the attention. He likes to stir things up and be an agitator. I'm done with you, Smile and Play Clock. By the way, the Facebook poll, 6 people so far said yes, 2 said no. And I don't know why they said no. Maybe they just don't like the guy. They don't want to see any more of him. I don't know. But 2 said no, 6 said yes. But it doesn't matter. I got my answer, and I have my answer from Smile and Play Clock. Smile and Play Clock ain't playing. He's not. You know why? Because he can drag it out. He can drag this whole argument and thing out. I'm not playing that way. So tonight, I'm officially putting Smile and Play Clock to rest. I may throw a Smile and Play Clock image or the Smile and Play Clock video around on some other Facebook posts. By the way, I got Facebook jail for 3 days. That's why I'm on YouTube. Long story. It took me a long time to get to it. But Facebook jail for 3 days. Thanks to Smile and Play Clock or his associate. I don't care. Facebook's going to go away anyway. They don't want my content on there. So, thanks to Smile and Play Clock, I now have another outlet. Because I wouldn't have done this if Smile and Play Clock hadn't turned my post in. So, thank you. But remember, after tonight's show, in fact, here's his number. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to give you the attention you want. So, bye-bye after tonight, Smile and Play Clock. You can go around and irritate and agitate all you want. You're no longer part of what I'm doing here. I offered. I said, come on. Not going to happen. So you can go drum up your own attention some other way. And thank you for getting me onto another platform. This is great. This is great. I wouldn't have done this. I'm serious. So thank you. Really, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. So I may refer to him here and there in some other, like as an example, this like what that guy would do or something, like what Smile and Play Clock would do. But he also taught me to keep some certain things off of Facebook, like the real Smile and Play Clock name. So good luck. Good luck fighting. You've made me a better warrior, and I appreciate it. But again, the videos are all saved. You're too late. So anyway, I won't give them any more attention. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling you when you're fighting, when you know your fight is right. They come after you, but they're a day late and a dollar short, and you're ahead of them. So what else is there? There's not much else. I wasn't going to do a show this soon because I just did one last night. But since that fence went up, I had to come on somehow. I'm on this here. So save that link to this this channel, because if Facebook jail keeps popping up, I'll go over to that, and ultimately I'll go on this or whatever. So who knows? I'll see whatever works better. Facebook's a good driver of attention. A lot of people are on Facebook all the time. So I'll clean up my posts about people like Smile and Play Clock, and make sure that I use pseudonyms and things like that. So you made me a better warrior. I appreciate it. 3 days, and I got all the videos. I got all the posts. So what else is there? I think that's all. I just really want to go over what I think happened with the city and that property owner, because I really think the property owner acted due to the video. I think so. I can't prove that, but I think that's what happened. I mean, what are the chances? You know, and you judge for yourself based upon the video. I took a video again of that interaction I had with the guy putting the fence up today. And I kind of felt like he was kind of beating around the bush, like, not really, he's going to get car wash and, he's playing for a long time, but, I'm not a dummy. And it's good. So we're going to do more. We're going to do a lot more. It's a victory. It's a victory having me now on YouTube Live, which seems to be pretty easy. I got another system I'm going to make even better webcam, better microphone system. Congratulations, Desert Hot Springs. You did it too. You were part of this. You were part of this result. Where is it? Zoom out here. Show the victory is ours today. So be proud of it. Oh, one last thing. I'll go into one last thing before I go. I knew I had something else. That's why it felt awkward that I was done so soon. Yeah, this is partially your victory right here. You contributed to this right here. Fence is done. It's chained up. It's got a big steel chain around that gate right there. So I'm sure the guy shot down the Home Depot when it opened this morning or wherever, bought all the materials, and came back, put it all up immediately. So last thing I want to talk about, and this is a good one, a good reason to end on this here, because where's that article? I read this today. Where is it? No, that's not it. Let me send it to you. There's an article about let's see if I can find it. In San Francisco, the homeless count shot up like 16 to almost 20% in some areas. I gotta find that. Let's see if it's I'm gonna do a real quick search here. San Francisco. It's San Francisco. Homeless increase. Let's see if I can find it on into that. I may not be able to find it. Yeah, here it is. No, that's not it. I'll post it. I'll post it when I can post. Is it? Yeah, here it is. Nearly entire Bay Area. There it is, right here. Nearly entire Bay Area sees homelessness surge. So neighboring counties saw 2019 homeless levels increase more than San Francisco. All right. So what this article admits is that is the same thing as supporter of mine is saying, is that it's exploding right now, and it really is. This it's so weird how everything works. Sometimes I think we're living in the Matrix. But last night, dealt with some homeless stuff, and the reason I'm bringing this article up is because you have to get more active, because it's going to get a lot worse. And this article says it right here. The review of San Francisco's report to the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development cited a count of 8,011 homeless persons, an increase of 6.8% from 7,499 in 2017. But there's a correction to this. It says right here at the bottom, correction. The count submitted to HUD for 2017 count was 6858, making for a 16.8% increase over 2 years. So San Francisco and the Bay Area around there is exploding with homeless right now. And that is a liberal run city. So, and our city is too. They pretend to be what they're not, but they are. They're so what you're seeing is it's going to explode all over the place. So that's a consequence of our society that our city just doesn't want to really deal with in a substantial way. All they do is they take orders from up above them and they sell them to you. That's all they do. That's why it's so easy to predict their moves, because you can read what people above them are going to tell them to do, and then just wait for them to start talking about it. They just have to read what they're selling you. They don't even have to come up with anything. And the homeless situation just is ignored for the most part, so that they can go put lights on the palm trees down Palm Drive. So they can put new steel sculptures that people drive into and kill themselves on Palm, right in front of Mike's Motorsports. Remember the lady who drove into that big concrete block and died because of the accident? That's what they do. They blow all their money on stuff that doesn't matter, doesn't do anything, while the homelessness is exploding. You got to read this article. It's shocking. 5 out of 9 Bay Area counties, all of those not located in North Bay, saw their homeless counts spike during the same period. People are going onto the streets in heavy numbers right now, big time. It's sad, and I have to go out and make a video to get them to do something about it. Those people are still going to be on the street. Just because they can't go on that guy's property anymore doesn't mean they got a home. So they reacted to it. It's not that the fence is a solution. The fence just shines some light on the problem at some point, finally, because they just ignore it. They ignore the people walking up and down Palm and doing drugs. And the girl told me how it's easy to get drugs. That's our city. It's almost like the people running it, they like filth. They like the dirtiness. They enjoy that unsavory atmosphere. They like it, it seems like. There can't be many other options. It's either intentional or it's incompetence. Either they don't know what they're doing or they're doing it on purpose. It's not anything else. It's one or the other in this case. The homelessness is spiking. You better get active and do something about it. Bring awareness to people. So what does the Empire do? The Empire comes after me and makes me go into Facebook jail for it. You see what they're doing? You see how they react to this kind of stuff? You bring light on the problem, and they make you silent. Silent play clock. That's what I'd like that person to be. Alameda County figures came in at 8,022, up 42.5%. Alameda County's figures came in at 8,022, up 42.5+% from the 2017 figure of 5,629 homeless. Contra Costa County saw a similar surge, spiking up to 2,295. That's 42.8%. I said between 16 and 20%. It's 42% since 2017. You see what's coming? And what does our city do? They put lights on the palm trees. They put big concrete steel blocks in the medians that people drive into and kill themselves next to. Do you see where the misdirected energy is here? And I've told you that they're just interested in blowing money. They take their direction from up above, they read it, find out how they're going to sell it to you, and that's all they do. They don't have anything original. They don't do anything creative. Actually, the only creative thing they do is they come up with creative ways to lie and sell it to you. I'm so sick of this. It only invigorates me more that people like me can get a result like this. It only feels good. Feels good. So I wanted to end on something. I knew I'd had that article and it didn't come through from my email. But what we have to do is we have to realize that we have to stay up with this problem by working harder, or we have to get even further ahead of the problem. We have to do something more about this problem every day. Okay, if you want to save your city, and fight to get the city on a positive feel, which it is not. It's a positive feel for the people who make money off this city. They drive around their little synergy hybrids, and they don't want this stuff to go away. Why? Because it might change their income. It might change how much money they're making off the city. Talking about the pot people, the hotel people, they don't want their lifestyle to change. So they want all this mess in the city to stay the same as it is. Because any change might affect their bottom line, might affect their income. So you have people who are wealthy in the city that are motivated to do nothing about this problem. Because again, it might trickle down to them and affect how they live. Selfishness. They're so selfish. And those are the ones that always like the mayor's stuff, like the Gary Gardner stuff. They're all profiting off of how the city is doing right now. They're all making money off that. So any kind of change is a potential disruption to their cash flow. So you have to be strong and aware This is a deliberate ignoring of this homeless situation. The only things they do about the homeless situation is very little that makes them a lot of money to do it. They don't want a good solution to this. And it affects a lot of other communities too. I believe there's agreements that go on. I've said this before, between other cities and around Desert Hot Springs and Desert Hot Springs. I think that Desert Hot Springs is accepted as the place where they send those people. This is my city too. We have to take 4,000, make 4,000 homes for homeless. And Palm Springs has to make like 200. There's something going on here. Desert Hot Springs is being the dumping ground. And the light that was shined on this homeless situation, or day camp, whatever it was, is a big win. So take that big win, share it with people, and let's keep pushing. All right, support me, like my channel, share my videos. They're shadow banning a lot of the stuff I'm doing now. So you have to share it with people. You have to share it on pages. Even if you do, okay, if you're afraid that your family might see something odd they don't want to see, take the link to the video that I make and go on another page. Go on a group page or a public page somewhere else and post it. Just post it where your family and your friends don't even hang out. Just post it there. Let some off the path groups get a view of it, and it will somehow come back around, and it will make its way back to bring awareness to Desert Hot Springs. So there are many ways you can be active. You can share this information. I'll keep fighting. I'll keep doing this stuff. I don't ever announce where I'm going. I don't tell people where I'm going, what I'm going to do next. So they don't know where I'm going, where I'm going to be next, what my next mission is. So I will continue to do that. And I will continue to pop up stories, feeds, and interesting things that most of it will probably be a little more mundane, but eventually I'm going to have more wins like we had last night. So with that, we'll end the transmission. Newsanddhs.com. I'll be writing some more articles. I've got a lot of content built up. I need to find the time. Dad, make money for the family, do my activism. Got to take care of myself at times. Got to work on cars all the time. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you back here on Friday. I'll be out of Facebook jail Friday during the morning, so I'll do a live show on Friday night, and back on Facebook, and we'll recap the week and go over some things, some developments that have come. Check in with newsanddhs.com because I won't be posting anything on the In Desert Hot Springs page till Friday. So whatever I post is going to be on newsanddhs.com, so you can see stuff there. But hey, I won't be stopped. Okay, you understand? I won't be stopped. You won't get me to stop. So good luck trying. newsanddhs.com. I'll see you guys later.